Hey guys, Jonah here, and this week we're asking the question, why are Milwaukee Packout Toolboxes red in the States and black here in the EU? There's speculation around this subject, and there are a few reasons online. If you Google that question, you'll find various different answers to it, but I'm here to bust a few of the myths and tell you the proper reason. Myth number one is that Hilti have got the trademark on red toolboxes here in the EU. I can tell you that isn't the reason. Although it's a pretty good guess. Hilti have had red toolboxes in Europe since 1972. Hilti's a pretty big brand, all red power tools, red toolboxes. They come out of Liechtenstein, so very EU-centric, but no one can trademark the colour red for a toolbox, a prime colour like red. And there's lots of other red toolboxes out there. We've got Kubrick over here in the EU, and they are bright red, great looking toolboxes, and there's a bunch of other red toolboxes as well, so that isn't the reason. Myth number two is that the red boxes are made in China and the black boxes are made in Israel. Well, all of my boxes are made in Israel. I've checked on all of these boxes that I have here, and I've got a good selection of Packout boxes, and all of mine are made in Israel in the same factory. They're all made by Kita, and that is also not the reason. Myth number three is that it's cheaper to make black boxes. Now, I think there is a little bit of truth in that. When it comes to black toolboxes, you can make them out of recycled material, because basically any colour recycled second-hand plastic, you can add a little bit of black pigment, you can make black toolboxes. Now, I'm not sure if Milwaukee Packout boxes are made from recycled material, but I do know that the Kubrick black toolboxes are made exclusively out of recycled material, and they can do that with a consistent colour and a nice finish only on the black toolboxes. Their red toolboxes, they can't make out of recycled material because they need a nice, clean, even red. So that leads me to tell you that black toolboxes can be a little bit cheaper because you can use recycled material. However, on the scale of the operation of Milwaukee Packout and how many of these toolboxes are getting pumped out of these machines, it is not going to make a jot of difference on the price when it comes to black toolboxes or red toolboxes. So that too is another myth. Myth number four, the black box is the metric box and the red box is the Imperial box. That is one of the marked differences between the States and pretty much the rest of the world. Everybody in the States is running in feet and inches, and we're over here in meters and centimeters and millimeters. Well, I can also tell you that these boxes are exactly the same. I've checked, I've got loads of different versions. This is the little organizer. We've got the middle box, we've got the top box. I've checked multiple boxes and they are all the exact same mold. They have the same detail, and you can see the tops of them are the same black piece, and there is no markings. So the Klein mod box, for example, has got a ruler on the top for like cutting conduit. It's got a little V-groove. So if the Packout did, you might understand why they might have a metric and an Imperial model. But that isn't the case. None of my boxes have got measurements on them. They're all the exact same, and that too is a myth. Another myth that I found online is that obviously it gets quite hot in the States, or certainly some of the countries in the States, and the idea that they suggested was that the black toolbox would get too hot. If you're rolling around with this thing in Texas, just like you don't see as many black cars in hot countries because they get a lot hotter inside, they tend to go for silver and white, and the idea was that the red toolbox is better in those hot countries. But let's think about some of the countries in the EU. It's pretty hot in Spain and Portugal, and this box is sold. I was down in a Selmac down in Spain, and they had this exact Packout proudly on display being sold down there, and I'm pretty sure Spain gets as hot as a lot of the US, and some of the states in the US get pretty cold. So again, that is not the reason. So what is the reason? Well, my take on it, and I'm pretty sure the right answer, is market trends. Milwaukee have clearly done some analysis on the markets, and they've realized that in the States, there's a bit more of a market for brightly colored boxes. Milwaukee is very famously a big red brand over in the States, and they've decided that a red toolbox is going to sell well over there and everyone's going to be happy with it. But over here in the EU, we're a little bit more understated. Maybe we don't want to have a toolbox that stands out as much, and they decided the black toolbox is going to sell better. And my take is that that is the only reason. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Is there another reason why you think the Milwaukee Packout is red in the States, black in EU? Let me know in the comments. Get your ideas down below. I'd love to find out the official answer. We did reach out to Milwaukee to ask them, and they gave us the answer that I've just told you. It's all about market trends and what the customer wants, and they determined that the EU customers want this one and the US customers want this one. But something that does unite all of the Packout boxes is that we have shadow foam inserts for every single box in the Packout lineup, and we do it in black and red. And not just black and red, we've also got it in 8 other colors. We've got 10 colors of shadow foam now, and our inserts come in twin packs. We ship them all over the world, and they fit perfectly into every box. Whether you've got the triple stack, whether you've got the organizers, whether you've got the drawers, we make shadow foam inserts that fit straight in the toolbox. You can cut around your tools, get them perfectly organized, and it's very, very simple. You get your inserts from shadowfoam.com. That's where you get the best price, the best offers, and we've got worldwide shipping, economy options, and express options. Get over to shadowfoam.com, to get your shadow foam inserts. So that is the reason why Milwaukee Packout is red in the States, black in EU. Drop your comments down below if you think I've missed any of the reasons. Thanks very much for watching. This is What Toolbox, the #1 toolbox buying guide, where we bring you all the latest news on toolboxes, tool storage, and getting things organised. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.